Hello, year nine. We're going to do 7B today, parallel line. So this one is we've already learned it from year seven and year eight. So today just a revision. Um, so first you need to know three different type of parallel line and their property of their angles. Right, so first one you need to know what does it mean by transversal. So a transversal is a line, sorry, go back. It's a line that crossing two or more other lines. So for example, here we have two lines here, and then we have another line crossing it. So that one we call transversal, okay? Transversal. All right, so let's have a look at the first one. So the first one we call corresponding angle. So if we know that two lines that parallel to each other, okay, so how do you know that two lines that parallel to each other? Once you see these two arrows, okay, that means they're parallel to each other. Okay, so when we have two angles on one side, then we call them corresponding angle. And when we know that they parallel to each other, that means they equal to each other, okay? So a very easy way to find the corresponding angle is you find the letter F, okay? So you can see here, we have a letter F, and then we have a two angle on the side. So that one is corresponding, okay? So corresponding, you find in the F, okay? All right, so another example here, something like this, okay? Sorry, something like this. And then these two, they also corresponding, okay? Because we have F here. And also that side as well, okay? If we have these two, they equal to each other. Or another side, same thing, okay? That one or that one. So corresponding, you find in the F. All right, second one, alternate angle. So alternate angle is another one, okay? So when we have two lines, they parallel to each other, then the alternate angle, they equal to each other. All right, so same thing as the last one. So for the alternate angle, we're gonna find another letter, okay? So the last one, we find the F. So that one we find, look at here, we find Z, okay? We find Z. All right, so here we find Z, and then we have the angle on that two sides, and then they equal to each other. So another example here, so if we have like two lines here that parallel, so we can have a Z here, Z, so these two, they are alternate angle, okay? Or we can do it in another way, something like this. Oop, sorry, something like this. This one and this one, they also alternate angle, okay? So the keyword is to find Z. All right, last one is co-interior, co-interior. So last two angles are equal to each other, but co-interior is not, okay? So first, have a look at this example. So we have two lines that parallel to each other, and then the co-interior angle is the two angles inside, okay? Two angles inside. So I have A plus B equals to 180 degree. Okay, A plus B equals to 180 degree. All right, so co-interior angle, we're gonna find something like this, okay? It's like a door, and then the angle is in the inside. Another example, these two angles are inside as well, okay? Or we can do another way, something like this, okay? The angle they're inside. And then we add them up together to get 180 degree, okay? All right, so here's another special example, but we'll mention it in the last example, so we do this one later. All right, so now we do some example. You can copy the notes later on Google Classroom. All right, so first one, decide if each diagram contains a pair of parallel lines, give a reason. Okay, so first one, 60 degree and 114 degree. So that one, we first need to decide which kind of angles that we're gonna use. So here is like a door, and then the angle is inside door. So that one would use co-interior. Okay, so for co-interior is these two lines are parallel to each other, then 60 degree, we're gonna check do they add them up together to get 180, okay? It's 60 degree plus 114 equals to 180 or not. All right, so now we have 60 degree plus 114 equals to, that is a 4, that is a 7, that is 174. So that one doesn't equal to 180. So that one doesn't work, okay? So it doesn't meet this condition. So we can't say that it's parallel, okay? So not parallel. All right. Okay, so second one, same thing. We're gonna find out what kind of angles that we're gonna use. Okay, so here we have a little f, okay? So that one we use a corresponding, okay, corresponding. Okay, so for corresponding angle, we just need to check, do they equal to each other, okay? So check 79 degree. That doesn't equal to 82 degree, okay? So they're not parallel. They're not parallel. Very straightforward, okay? So the keywords is you need to remember those three properties. All right, so the last one, same thing. We're gonna find out which one we use. Okay, so that one is the Z, okay? So which means that we're gonna use in alternate angle, okay? Alternate. All right, so alternate, same thing as corresponding. We need to check, do they equal to each other? But we can see that obviously they equal to each other. So they are parallel, okay? They are parallel. All right, so now if you don't have any questions, you can try now, you try later, okay? So now we jump to example 5, finding angles in parallel line. All right, so now they're asking for A and B, and then they tell you that they're parallel to each other. Okay, so question A. First, we need to find out A first, okay? All right, so here we can use what we learned from 7A. So here we can use the, what's it called? The vertical opposite, okay? Vertical opposite. So for vertically opposite, that means they equal to each other, okay? So if you can't remember, go back to 7A, have a look at the definition. So vertically opposite, so that one means A's degree equals to 110, okay? All right, so that is A, very easy. So B, okay, so B, we got to use the property of the parallel line. So here is like a little door. So that one we're gonna use co-interior, okay, co-interior. So which means that A degree plus B degree must be equal to 180 degree, okay? So now we know A is 110, so B degree equals to 180 minus 110, which is 70 degree. Okay, we finished. A equals to 110 and B equals to 70. All right, this is question A. Let's have a look at question B. So question B, again, same thing. We're going to find out A and B. So A is very hard to find out, so we're going to do B first. Okay, same thing. We're going to find out which properties we're going to use. So here is a little f, and then we have like two angles here. So that one is corresponding, okay? So for corresponding angle that equals to each other, so we have like B equals to 68 degrees straight away. Okay, very easy. Okay, so now we find out A. So have a look at here, that is a straight angle, and then we have A and B, okay, A and B. So we know that B equals to 68 and it's asking for A. So straight angle is 180 degree, okay, so A equals to 180, which is that one, okay, minus that bit, which is the red one, okay, minus 68 degree. All right, so that one equals to 112 degree, okay, 112 degree. All right, so this is how you find out the angles in parallel line. You need to remember those three angles, and also they may combine with 7A together, okay? All right, so if you don't have any question, you can do now, try later. Very similar question, okay? Very similar. Okay, so let's have a look at the last one, example 6. Adding a third parallel line. Okay, so now you can see they're asking for add a third parallel line to help find ABC. So ABC here, we can't get the answer because it's very hard because we just can't get it, okay? because we don't have like any alternate angle, in co-interior angle or corresponding. Okay, so now we're gonna add another one. Okay, another parallel line. Okay, so now you can find that the top one, we can get a alternate angle. Okay, this one and this one, that alternate angle. So let's say that one is angle 1. Okay, all right, so the second one as well, here we have another z. So 70 degree equals to that one. So that equals to that. So that is the number 2. Okay, so from here, we can say number 1 equals to 50 degrees straight away. And the number 2 equals to 70 degree. Okay, so now angle ABC, that equals to that one, which means that we're going to add them together. Okay, 1 plus 2, which is 50, plus 70. And it's 120 degree. Okay. All right, so you can see very straightforward, very similar. Okay, very similar. Okay, so now I'm going to, you can do all the now you try. So now you try from here. Oh, sorry, do the first one, that one first. And then the now you try that one. And then the last one here, okay? So if you want to check your answer, you can check the answer on Google Classroom, okay, the note. So I post the answer on the note. So after you finish this one, you can do the exercise 7A and exercise 7B, okay? All right, so I see you tomorrow, okay? We do 7C tomorrow on the video, okay? Bye, everyone.